Hello everyone! Savage Gaming A1 here, and so really exciting. There is a Nintendo Direct coming up. For me, as I'm recording this in about 8 hours. So, it is really late at night for me, and I'm gonna go to sleep and then wake up and watch the Direct with a buddy. I might make a video on that. I might not. Who knows? But today I want to talk about my predictions for the Nintendo Direct. This Nintendo Direct is a bit weird and a bit special because we haven't had a full-fledged actual Nintendo Direct for quite a while. I want to say at least between 9 and 6 months without an official full first-party Nintendo Direct for a while. And that I can remember. And I think it would be a great time to really talk about what Nintendo could possibly give us with the upcoming Direct. I have some predictions, and I kind of just want to go over those predictions and see how it goes. So, let's start with stuff that I can probably say with 100% will show up, without a doubt. First things first is, I think a Fire Emblem. Yeah, let's start with Fire Emblem. I think Fire Emblem is going to be talked about in this Direct. The only reason I'm not a big Fire Emblem guy, so I don't really, pay attention to that IPL a lot. But you know what? It's worth noting because, it's, for me, I don't think of it as like a big thing, but, I didn't think Persona was a big thing, and then I found out that it's pretty big. So, I'm not gonna put it down anymore. I think Fire Emblem is a game for me, but it's very, very, very interesting. We might get to see, I don't know what Fire Emblem run, but we probably will see a Fire Emblem on the presentation. Next up is, we're probably 100% going to definitely see Splatoon Raiders. The reason why I say this is because Splatoon Raiders is literally, I don't know when exactly it comes out. I think it's next month. Maybe here in a couple weeks. I don't remember, but I know that it's coming out here soon, and that's gonna be interesting. We're probably gonna see more details on that, maybe some stuff about gameplay, maybe. I also like to note that there is a Nintendo Treehouse after this presentation, and that's 95 minutes long, I believe. So it's going to be a huge game that they're going to be showing off in the Treehouse. So, can't wait to see what that is. But, moving on, I think we're also going to see maybe some last few details on Star Fox, maybe some stuff about James McCloud and his story mode. Like the side stuff that they showed off in the last trailer and towards the end. We could be seeing that in there, and then now we're getting to complete prediction, rumor, speculations that I believe that are going to be coming to the Nintendo Direct. Most definitely, I just want to mention this Direct is really important for Nintendo. Not only did they raise the console's price point by $50, but they made it to where it just seems like having a Switch 2 really isn't all that worth it. So to really make up for that, they did say that they're going to start working more into their software development. Now, it would all be worth it if they come out with a huge swing. Because if they come out and say, oh, we're working on software development, and then they never really pull through with what they want to show, it really was it really all worth it to even increase the price at all? I know their stockholders, they're pretty down right now. It's not looking too good for Nintendo, but I have a lot of hope and trust within them to actually make some good decisions and hopefully good games. And this Nintendo Direct needs to come out swinging. So this is why right now my biggest predictions and some of the reasons behind them are a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I'm not a big Zelda guy either. I never played the original Ocarina of Time, so this will be quite interesting because from what I've been hearing, it seems that Ocarina of Time is universally beloved by everyone in gaming. It's up there, top games of all time. It's from what I've been hearing. Now, I don't know if they'll do a full remake, or they'll do a faithful remake like they did with our Mario RPG, but that becomes with its issues because it's like, with RPG, RPG looks fantastic now. Well, also, not only does it look quote-unquote fantastic, but, this goes without showing that some people won't buy the game if the game is a faithful remake or a faithful remaster of what it is. And that's what happened to RPG. And I think that if this Ocarina of Time is a complete remake from the rebuilt from the ground up with graphics and changes and everything, this could be a game worth actually picking up. Now, I don't know if they'll actually go through with that, but it's something noteworthy to look through and really test it out. Next up is Pikmin 4 Switch 2 Edition. There's no way that they're coming out with Pikmin 5. I would be surprised if they did. But, I mean, it just seems reasonably, like, on the card, like, on the table of, like, what they could do. And Pikmin 4 is just one of those things where they're going to make a Switch 2 port. And, that's pretty much it. It's going to get a Switch 2 port, have some Switch 2 gimmicks, maybe some Pikmin Bloom upgrades or whatever. Besides that, I don't really have anything else for that, for Pikmin 4. That's pretty much it. And then, this is the big one for me. A real big one is the new 3D Mario game. Without a new 3D Mario game, bro, it's been 9 years, man, since 2017. I just can't believe it. I don't know what it's gonna be or what it is, but whatever it is, I just hope it's good and that it can be better than Odyssey. Because if it can, then all power to them. Now let's get into something a little bit more spicy. Luigi's Mansion 4. Luigi's Mansion 4. The idea of this is really, really cool because now with the mouse controls with the Nintendo Switch 2, Luigi's Mansion can have a more dynamic suction with the Poltergeist 3000, and I think it would be so cool if they can do a Luigi's Mansion 4 and really capitalize on using a lot of Switch 2's gimmicks to make the game feel a lot awesome. Also, you know that Nintendo Switch camera thing they did with Star Fox? They could totally do it with Luigi's Mansion and make it to where you can change to be either Luigi or change to be either a ghost or EGAD or maybe even Polterpup. So it's a whole thing, and I would love to see Luigi's Mansion 4 be thrown around a little bit, and hopefully it could be a really cool thing. And next up we have is a new Smash Brothers, or a Switch 2 port of Smash Ultimate. This is a little bit interesting because it's just people want new Smash, and there's a new console, and Smash, the first Smash Ultimate really helped with helped with console sales. I also want to say it drew a lot of hype for the system, and honestly, I kind of want to be back in that era where people were always talking about who's the next character, next DLC, and it'd be cool to see 120 frame 120 frame Super Smash Bros. In its full glory with high graphic fidelity, and it would be really cool. Really, I don't have any high hopes for that. I think the Spirit system in Ultimate was cool, but I don't think it was fully needed. It made sense with the story, though. I can't complain with I can't really argue with the story aspect of it. But It's what it is. I think a new Smash would be really cool. I'm just putting this out there right now. A new Deltarune Chapter 5. Deltarune Chapter 5. That's tomorrow. Deltarune tomorrow. All right. That's also like Deltarune's tomorrow. Maybe. If not tomorrow, maybe today. Maybe not today. Maybe 2 days from now. Deltarune is soon. Deltarune is whenever. It's Deltarune's tomorrow. Um. And then lastly, Pokemon Winds and Waves. We're gonna get a lot more information on that. We might even get a little bit of a side glimpse of some other developments. Maybe something more with Pokemon. Um, and I think it'd be very, very interesting. Now, those are my 10 predictions, but let's talk about Treehouse Live a little bit. Treehouse Live, 95 minutes, 95 minutes of Treehouse Live. It's gonna be interesting, and I want to know what games they're gonna pick to play. Maybe they have an early demo for a new Zelda game. Maybe they have some gameplay ready to show off of Splatoon Raiders. Maybe they're gonna show off some Star Fox. Personally, I would love them to show off not only some new Star Fox, but I would like to see some Splatoon Raiders as well. Mainly, I'm just hoping for a new Mario game. If anything that I want coming out of this direct later in the morning, a new Mario game would put the cherry on top of it all. And you know, I just I have such high hopes for Nintendo with the Switch 2. I hope nothing, horribly wrong goes with the system. I personally own one. I pre-ordered it with the first time, like the first pre-orders came out and then it got delayed. Like, I have a lot of faith within the company and the system that they provide. I just really, really hope that the software that they made really makes up for the $450, $500 price tag. Because I mean, I'll be honest, the only Switch 2 games that I own are Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World, and that's it. Like, not saying that the other games that came out were a bad thing. It's just either the games that came out were either too expensive, or they just didn't really catch my eye for that price tag. I just think that the idea of the games that I want coming out for the system need to be so close to Nintendo's heart and so close to what makes the company shine, like Pikmin, like Zelda, like Mario. And not bringing out like, oh, we're gonna redo Animal Crossing, and hey, we're gonna bring a Pikmin 4 port to the Switch 2. It's like, I don't want ports anymore. It's already backwards compatible. I don't need Switch 2 editions of backwards compatible games. Just give me brand new games. I don't know why it's a little hard to understand that, but I can't really complain all too much. But yeah, I think that's pretty much my prediction list. So the direct is at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna set alarms and have my alarm ready to wake me up for the just before, like an hour before, and actually go in and have a watch. So high hopes for a new Mario, and I can't, and it's whatever happens. I hope everything works out for them, and yeah. So I'll hope you guys enjoyed my predictions, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.